it's Amy from Sami's Sweet Life, and today is Vlogmas Day 18. Now, I have a call for screenshots and evidence and information. I have had a ton of people write under my Twines and Paper review video I posted, I think, back in June. And I've also watched the Just Scribble video where she has just mentioned that other people have had customer service complaints. I've heard it in other people's Twines and Paper videos. To be clear, Just Scribble still supporting Twines and Paper. I, on the other hand, would not have purchased again, most likely, based on my experience with the company. And I outlined that in that video way back in June. Well, she did a bunch of pre-orders, and I'm just hearing complaint after complaint about her customer service experience. And I watched the Just Scribble video where she mentioned it, and the owner of the company wrote a big, long, giant, drawn-out apology with tons of excuses. And frankly, it was really manipulative how she put all of it. It was basically like, you know, poor me, and gave a lot of BS excuses that normal everyday people, you know, have challenges as well. So I was just like, okay, but that doesn't solve the problem. Like, thanks for the explanation, but there's still customers with outstanding orders. And to my knowledge right now, I know of one lady who ordered like, oh my gosh, like 4 or 5 months ago at this point. And to my knowledge, she does not yet have her order. And in that thing, like, I screen capped everything that this woman said. Okay, I screen capped my responses. I screen capped when other people were writing, like, hey, I still haven't gotten my thing. Or, you know, my shipping label was printed 2 weeks before. We wrote on her Facebook page, and she just had excuse after excuse. She made up some crazy story about the post office shutting down. Like, it was just really, just the level of insanity that went on. It was just not nice. She was flat out like writing all caps to her own customers. And you know what? I'm not putting up with any of this BS, right? Like, this is just insane. I was super nice in my video, even though I wanted to ream her in the video. Like, this is just not how you treat customers. When I was posting that Twines and Paper videos, I was trying my best to be really nice, give her the benefit of the doubt. She has burned all of any last shred of respect that I have for her and her business, and it's just an abomination at this point. Like, I'm so disgusted in her behavior as a business owner, and basically it just leaves a shit stain on the planner community, her treating customers like this and still having outstanding orders. Like, I get she has had a baby. She was having these same kind of shenanigans well before having a baby. People's complaints have gone back years and years. Like, the same thing's been happening. So this is my call for you guys. I am going to be doing an entire expose on Twines and Paper at this point. I'm like, this is my personal mission now, to expose this, because we cannot let people treat planners like that. Like, it's just disgusting. I'm just totally disgusted by the entire thing and everything I've read. I've got screen caps from her Facebook group, listening to her just make excuse after excuse, yelling at customers. It's just disgusting behavior, right? So I just reamed her in Just Scribble's comment section, and either Siobhan or the Twines and Paper lady deleted her original comment, because that whole thread is now gone. So I can't see that, but I have screen caps of all of it, including what I wrote. I also emailed it to her. I'm like, in case this goes missing, I'm going to email it to you. I wrote her a big long blurb. I copied and pasted the message. She wrote me back immediately with just nothing but manipulative garbage. Just that's legit all of it is. Manipulative garbage. And I will not stand for it. I don't think anybody else should stand for it. And I sincerely hope you look at other planner companies. Like, it's just disgusting. This person does not deserve any more grace, any more benefits of the doubts. All of the bridges have been burned at this point. So I do want to do an entire video outlining all the things, screen capping everything, reading it all out. And if you have your own customer service complaint about Twines and Paper, I would love to hear it. I'm going to put my email on the screen. It's sammywhammy52@gmail.com. Email me your screen caps, put a subject line that's like really obvious, like Twines and Paper customer service or customer service complaint. I want screen caps. You can forward me messages. I will not share addresses, emails, even names. If you don't want me to share your first name at all, I won't even share your first name. And I just want proof that I can just be like, okay, here's this video where I have all this evidence of just foul play, like bad acting. And I want to know. So I have my own screen caps, you know, where like I ordered a certain day, I got a shipping notice in a reasonable amount of time, and then my order sat with her for 5 weeks. And this is a very common seeming practice. Like, the last round of complaints, she sat on shipping labels and orders for 2 weeks. And once people started complaining, she made every excuse in the book. She was yelling, she was playing a victim and being like, I'm a human, I deserve to be treated nicely. Well, hello, you're lying to people and not treating people nicely. Like, you can't demand people, first of all, to believe you after you've lied again and again. Like, even if you are telling the truth this time, you've burned all of the trust, right? So like, if you are even telling the truth, we don't care because you've lied so many times, we don't believe anything coming out of your mouth, right? And like, to ask to be treated like a human when you haven't treated us back like humans, insulting. Like, I'm sorry, do you think we're all morons? It's just disgusting, right? So I have seen the whole thing, and you know, after that 14th day when people are complaining, magically the Postal Service picked up the orders on the 15th day and they got accepted into the Postal Service. Just like when I emailed 5 weeks after my shipping label got printed, magically the Postal Service started shipping my package. You know what that means? It means she sits on orders until people make a big enough stink, and then she finally puts them in the Postal Service system. Like, physically drops them off. Like, unacceptable. I'm just mind boggled by this entire thing. My blood is boiling just thinking about how many people she's flat out lied to or treated with such disrespect. And these are people giving her hard-earned money. Like, planners are not cheap. Also, shipping from Germany to America, not cheap. Like, these people deserve so much better than they're getting. And so if you have ever thought about Twines and Paper, I seriously hope you would reconsider and shop with another company that gives way better customer service. I've had a couple of issues with other planner companies too, and they're always so quick to fix it. They're so apologetic. They don't give you 40,000 excuses for why XYZ happened. Like, they just flat out own the mistakes, make things better, apologize. That's all people ask. Like, to be acknowledged would be a start, right? So I don't like to rant too long, but I'm gonna make a whole entire rant video on Twines and Paper. So send me your emails, forward me all the stuff. I can look up the tracking stuff and screen grab. I want to know. Like, I've seen so many complaints under Just Scribbles video, under my video, where people have just again and again had the same horrible experience with this company. And it's just so disappointing knowing that there are so many awesome companies out there who do treat their customers well, who deserve our hard-earned money, and this company is still duping people into purchasing from them, and it's just horrible. So I would love it if you would email me if you've had a customer service issue, because I'm just gonna, you know, outline it. I'm gonna read her apology. I'm gonna read my response back to her. I'm like, as respectfully as possible, you're full of BS, right? Flat out, like, there are still people who haven't received their orders. Maybe, you know, write to them. And then on top of that, she did end up writing to one person. I'm like, this person deserves more than a free planner. Like, give this lady her money back. And she's like, oh, but I sent her a free planner. No, that's not good enough at this point. She waited all freaking year for this planner, basically, it feels like. It's just unacceptable. Like, the level of delulu coming out of this is just insane. Like, there's so much delulu going on, and we're like, are you on another planet? Like, what the heck is going on? And I'm just gonna make a whole expose on it. Yeah, anyway, enough ranting about that. This is just my call for all of your evidence. If you have a customer service issue with Twines and Paper, I need to know about it so I can post it in my expose. And I appreciate anybody who does reach out and gives me their information, evidence and stuff. So I would love to hear from you guys and help me make this expose, just exposing this bad actor, this bad company that just continues to treat people so horribly. People deserve way better than what she's dishing out. So anyway, enough of that. We're gonna go to more happy topics. Vlogmas! I'm so excited. So today is day 18. It is Monday. So today I was exhausted. We have had so many just back-to-back events. We had the kids staying up late one of the days, and it's been so much fun. We had the dance team Christmas party, which was amazing. And Monday hit, I sent the kids to school. I worked on one video and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am just dragging. I just need to go back to lay down. So I went and took like an hour-and-a-half nap, and it was glorious, and I feel a little bit more recharged. Basically, the whole December has just been thing after thing and just totally exhausting, like in the best way possible. But I'm like, man, I need some more sleep. So I laid down and took a little nappy nap this morning, which was great. So let's talk day 18. We've got some inks and stuff to swatch. So I am, you know, Monday. So this is today, the 16th, when I'm making this. We're just a little bit ahead. I think I'll save these for pictures, and this one's going to be our swatch page. We are on day 18, and this is what I'm going to give to the kids. It is Christmas socks. I've already done this before, so super cute, fuzzy Christmas socks. Both girls will have a pair. I'll let them open them, and I will take the number off of here. I'll let them have the boxes. So that one is super cute. And of course, like, I can take the socks and use them some too, but I know they're going to really enjoy them, so I'll let them have the fuzzy socks. I'll let them open them when they come home from school today. Just seeing people, just how it came about, like this whole last round of, oh, she's not really changed for the Twines and Paper thing. Like somebody wrote on my page and I was like, I hope you're talking about something in the past because she just apologized on Just Scribbles page. Like just wrote this big long apology out, which now, you know, we can chalk up to being complete BS. I almost actually cursed trying to, you know, keep it G-rated for you guys. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I cannot believe, like, oh, she's still doing the same old stuff. So yeah, just the same old stuff over and over again on repeat. Even though she was so apologetic under Just Scribbles video. At the time, I was just like, oh, please. Like, Just Scribble didn't even have a customer service complaint. There are people that actually have real customer service complaints. Why don't you address it with them instead of like kissing somebody's bootay? It just seemed so not genuine, so performative at the time. I was just like, oh, please. Like, I could not have rolled my eyes hard enough. Like, using what she used as excuses is just deplorable because a lot of women have had struggles. A lot of women have those same struggles, including myself. So it's just insulting to use that as an excuse to garner sympathy for a situation you caused yourself by not shipping out people's orders. Like, just disgusting all around, right? Anyway, see, I'm so heated about this. I'm trying to let it go, but I can't let it go. I'm so... Okay, day 18. Let's try to move on. I don't want this whole video to be a rant fest. Ooh, so pretty. This one's called Morning Glow. Morning Glow is a color inspired by the moment when the morning dawns and the sky is bathed in a beautiful light. Beautiful. I love all the like grayish colors in this, so that one is definitely a great one. Let's see what I have as far as my own things to go with this. All right, we're gonna go a green. So this is Wearing Gold Peter Pan. I don't think this one has any shimmer in it, but there is also a Tinkerbell in this line that's green and it has more shimmer. This one's the darker version. The Tinkerbell one is very, very light. So let's go ahead and swatch these. I'm excited to see what they look like. Especially this grayish color. I've been loving the Inkvent. It's so much fun to swatch everything. I feel like I need a little more on that one. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, beautiful. It definitely has a little bit of a purpley undertone. While I'm swirling it around, I definitely see a little bit of like purplish, and it does look like that on the tag too. There's a little bit of purple on the writing, it looks like. So we'll let that dry down, see what that one looks like. So far so good. I like how it came out of the bottle. All right, we're gonna go Peter Pan. I'm gonna rant one more time. I think the part that burns me the most is her being really performative and posting the apology, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's, you know, she was just in over her head. She's gonna make a change. She's committing to, you know, doing better. And she told Siobhan this, like Siobhan and her were in contact, and Siobhan's like vouching for this lady. And I was like, okay, you know, I trust Siobhan, I love Siobhan. Maybe I'll give this lady another shot. We'll see how this pre-order goes, because at the time, like, she was still fulfilling pre-orders, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll order the hybrid book and review it and give her a second chance, you know? And then to see the same thing happening after that, I was like, I was rooting for you, like the Tyra Banks thing. I was rooting for you. And like, of course, all of it was a lie. Like, disgusting. There you go. That's my last bit that we're going to talk about it. Just email me if you have anything to say about the whole thing. I got some ink here left over. I'm gonna clean up from a different time. So those, oh, that's gonna look really neat. I don't know exactly how everything's gonna fade with that, but I'm seeing a lot of bluish hues around the edges of that. Okay, we're going to set these aside, let them dry a bit. I'll try to show them before I leave the room here, but we are talking about a couple of different things today. I finally put my Salty Katie Co. cover on my gaming planner, and I have one update for my gaming planner. I saw, okay, this is gonna be a South Park reference. I saw that Hello Kitty Island Adventure is legit coming out. It's already available on Apple Arcade, but it's coming out on the Nintendo Switch. I saw a little preview for this. I saw a Reddit thread talking about it as well, and it comes out January 30th of next year. So not too much longer. I am so gonna play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Like, I love everything Hello Kitty. I love my little Nintendo Switch. I love cozy games like this. So I am doing the free trial right now of Apple Arcade. And so I need to put that in my little highlighter streaks of here. But the main thing is I want to show you how I have my TN set up. So this has my Godzilla planner and also my planner. I told you guys my Meta planner. It's in the front little flapper, and then the Godzilla planner, because of the Salty Katie Co. cover, it doesn't slide the greatest in this back cover, so I just stuck it in one of the adhesives. I stuck it in one of the bands, elastic bands. I couldn't think of the word, elastic, like brain fart, but I probably will loop it through too, just to keep it in here a little bit better. But look, you can still see my Godzilla through the plastic, which I was very happy about, so I can protect that vinyl on the Godzilla planner. I put the vinyl on there myself, and now it's a little bit protected. I don't love plastic covers, but the Salty Katie Co. ones are really nice, and I'm just glad to protect that vinyl because it's definitely not super secure on there. It wasn't a very sticky vinyl. So here's what my planner for hobbies looks like so far, and I have used one for baking. I decided the light pink would be for baking. I already showed you guys how I set up this color coding, and I haven't done this one yet because I have to change my color code. So I've got Squishmallow Roblox, but I want to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I don't know if it's gonna take the place of possibly Stardew Valley because that's like the least priority game that I have right now. I want to do some Animal Crossing things. I haven't done it lately though, but Stardew Valley is the one that's like least on my radar, so I might end up changing Stardew Valley to Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I can put in the streak. I played the game on the Apple Arcade, so I need to put a streak here. That's where I stopped everything. I don't even have my highlighters with me, but I'm thinking I will replace the Stardew Valley with that one, so it can be a purpley color, but I really love how this looks. I also have to update one of the days I did baking. I think I made the cookie dough Thursday, baked the cookies Friday. So I might do baking for both of those days as well. But I thought I would keep track of my baking in here. I also like keeping track of the Squishmallow stuff. So these are like new Squishmallows that came out or came to the ship. I haven't updated it all the way yet, but I liked the way this looked. Like you can see the thing I'm doing. And then I have paper crafts and cameo projects because I was wrapping presents and making gift tags and stuff. So I put 10 for gift wrap using that yellow color. And I love the way this looks. I got this idea from Pearls and something. It's 2 P words, I think. She's a knitting YouTuber and she makes beautiful stuff, but her planner she was using just to keep track of her knitting projects with these streaks, and I just love the way it looked, so I'm adopting her method here for my little hobby planner, and that's how it looks so far. So I really love how this looks. I gotta update this, and I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna change, is the Stardew Valley. I'll say Hello Kitty Stardew Valley. How about that? HK Stardew Valley. So for that, it can go interchangeably since that'll be like my least video game, and I can always change it so long as I'm not like Animal Crossing, and I can always change it from month to month too. I can make sure I update. So right here, like I'm not writing Squishmallows on the teal one, but I am for like the various little things because they change. Like the crochet item will change, the paper crafting thing will change, what I'm baking changes. So I do need to kind of keep track of certain things, but I'm not going to write in the video game all the time because like I play Squish every single day. I'm like on there at least fishing a couple of minutes. So there you go, that's what it looks like. I have it in the Salty Katie Co. in this TN. This is from Freckled Fawn, and I don't know that they have this black hearts pattern, but it's gorgeous. I thought it went really well with the neutral planners I have in here. And this is my planner. I wrote out some stuff for December. I had already shared this on my planner lineup video. And then here was some stuff I did for December. And then I also started my planner stack info, which I'll give you a little sneaky peek. You can pause and look at that. That's what I'm working for January. I'll keep working on that as well, but that was what I set up just a couple nights ago. I was in here playing around with that. So I've got both of them in here, and it's super cute. Right now I have just an inner gel Clina in here, just to have a pen with me. So far both of these are just black ink pen planners, but I like the way this is set up. It's a big chunky thing. I can have it with me like as I'm gaming. If I'm keeping track of game notes and stuff, which I won't do until 2025 actually hits because I've got a page a day, I'll be keeping track of game notes and stuff in those back pages. I can have this with me wherever I'm sitting there playing my games, so it'll be easy to keep up with that. And now my other thing I want to talk about today is I set up my Laurel Denise, and I'm super excited about this. I just started setting this up, and I don't have any like important dates put in yet, but I went ahead and started setting up January. I've got the 2 little rulers there. I did some pen testing because I wasn't sure how this paper was going to hold up, and look, everything pen tested really nicely, so I wasn't nervous about using any of those inks. I'll continue to use this page as a pen test. And so I already added a few little bits and bobs. So my camera cut me off. I was talking too long, but I have my color code, which makes sense to me. Sami Sweet Life I've always used teal or aqua for, so that one just made sense. And then I made the other ones go along with it. So pink is for Instagram, and I might do stories and reels the same color, but for now I'm just using Instagram reels because that's the one I really like to get better about doing. And then YouTube Shorts is like the in-between. It's a short form video, but it's actually on YouTube. So I put it as a purple dot because it's the combined 2 colors that kind of make purple. I know teal technically probably doesn't exactly make purple with pink, but it's like blue plus pink equals purple. That's how I worded it in my mind. So I've got these as just like a data set. Whatever days I post each thing, I can dot off on this list. And then I've got a little section for each of those where I want to have my goals for the month or what I'm aiming for. Like I want to do 2 reels this month. Like I'll design them, set them up. I can put that in the little pink section. And then same with like YouTube Shorts. I want to have a YouTube short for all my videos or something like that. I don't know if I'm going to aim that high yet, but for YouTube, I'm pretty consistent trying to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos. So that's how I set up these weekly pages. Each of the 3 items are going to be here. So whatever video I make, whatever shorts and reels I make, they'll go on these 3 top lines. I don't know if this is enough room to put all of that with all my affiliate launches and things. It should be pretty quiet in January. It's just kind of a quieter month as far as launches go because we've had, you know, launches basically since September 1st, all the end of the year. So I don't know that I'm going to have a whole lot to put on the January calendar. So I may be able to squeeze in all of my content planning with the little post-it note system. I've got all of the dots set up through the end of the month, and I talked about combining a different planner with this so that I have another spot for all of my content planning and like another monthly for just content and no affiliate news or launches or anything. But for January, I'm going to combine the 2, see how it goes. And my thought process moving into it is if I don't feel like I have enough room or if the calendar gets too cluttered, I can always add another planner onto it. But I wanted to start in this one to see how it works. I feel like it's not going to be enough room, but I want to go ahead and have it set up so I can try it out for January since it's one of the slower months. And then I put an income and expenses section. So I've got my expenses, my income coming in. So I've got that on the second part. So I haven't set up the next month at all. This is just an experimental thing. So I do need to take all these Post-its off. I thought I might stick them in the back so that I have them at easy reach. But for now, I really like the way the little color coding works. Got my 3 little dots, which I was doing this in the carpool lane in the car, and my book slipped when I was getting that dot. I was like, oh no! I got my weird looking blob, but that's okay. No, it just shows that it's homemade. It's like rustic looking. And then I will document, you know, subscribers and stuff on here so I can keep track throughout the year. And yeah, very excited about this. I don't have any affiliate launch stuff yet, so nothing to go on that calendar actually yet, but I really like the way I set this up. I've got it all mapped out. I can always, you know, if I do other reels or things, I can always add more dots to other days, but this is just generally what I aim for, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on here. So I need to take all these Post-its off, move them somewhere else. I might put them right in the front actually. My little pen tester page. just to have them out of the way. I moved some up here to get them off of these pages. And these ones are the Moxie Life ones. Everything else is actual Laurel, Denise. And I feel like, you know, these smaller ones would be great for, oops. These smaller ones would be great to be able to still use this calendar for my content. I could still have other dates that wouldn't be blocked. I use these teeny tiny Post-its. So I might go that path. We'll see how it goes. I've got to start outlining the month, so I'll have some sort of Post-it notes outlining everything at some point. Put these right here because I don't need this part right now. But I could do like video ideas on a part like this. And then here it would be Post-it note ideas of what I want to do throughout the month, and I can switch them around as needed, but I have a basic plan set up for how January is going to look. Let's go ahead and look at the ink colors. I wish I had used a different ink to go along with Morning Glow because I have an ink called Ghost, and it totally reminds me of the ink Ghost. So cool. It's got like pinkish colors. Oh, you know what? That just flapped right off, which is interesting. The Peter Pan one looks really cool. It's got this like brownish, almost like a pink toned color added into it. Really pretty. And then this one totally reminds me of the color called Ghost. I might have to swatch Ghost tomorrow and then compare, but it has so much pink and blue. It does not look like a gray whatsoever to me. It definitely has just multiple colors mixed in. And I don't even know what I would put that in. Maybe a blue? It's got so much pink and blue in there. I like how it separated out like that. It's super interesting. I can't wait to see what that looks like when I write with it. I will dip pen these two, which I just realized I didn't leave very much room at the top, so I'll put it down at the bottom. Let's go ahead and dip pen both of these really quick just to see what they look like, because I'm super interested in these. Where's my dip pen? There we go. Start Peter Pan and then work our way across. Since I'm a lefty problems. But yeah, I've got so much excitement for my new planners, like the gaming planner, gaming/hobbies. I'm so excited how that one's setting up. She's such a cool way she's done it, and I've just used her idea. It's so cool. This color is very light when you write with it. It's not a very dark color, and the Tinkerbell color is even lighter than this, if you can believe it. This is not a very dark color at all. So there's Peter Pan. It looks really pretty. It's just like a dusty leaning green, which is really pretty. And then this one, so different and unique. I really like the way that one looks. I can't decide what color it is. So too many colors showing up. Okay. Both of those colors are really pretty. And yeah, I don't know what I would call that color. It's like a little bit pink, a little bit purple, a little bit blue. Looks really, really interesting. What would you call that color? I need your guys' opinion. So cool. The green, gorgeous, just on the lighter side, of course. So there you go. There is day 18. This is one of those videos where I'm like, I'm pretty peeved off about this thing, so I kind of ranted about it a little bit. I hope it wasn't too ranty for you guys. I just feel like people need to be exposed for their unacceptable behavior towards customers. Like, these are people that paid lots of money. Like, this is hard-earned money. It's not cheap. It's not like it's just a couple of bucks. Like, we're talking serious money, and it's just unacceptable to treat people like that in the first place, but especially people who are paying you. It's just, I don't care what excuse you have for that. There's just no excuse for treating people poorly. And so I definitely feel like people need to be called out for that kind of thing. So I hope that it wasn't too ranty for you guys, and I hope you guys also value good customer service. I get that people make mistakes and things happen, but you have to own up to it and, you know, take accountability. And I just don't see that happening at all whatsoever. I just see excuses and lies, and it's just not a good situation. So I definitely want to call it out. And yeah, email me if you have anything to add to that situation. You can also leave comments down below. Like, when I first posted that Twines and Paper video, I was like, oh, people are going to read me because I was kind of, you know, kind of harsh. And people were like, oh no, the same thing happened to me. Oh, worse happened to me. I never got a planner. I was just stunned that it was not an isolated incident, because I'm like, oh, people are going to be like, wow, you're just you know, blowing it out of proportion. But the complete opposite happened, where people are like, oh my gosh, the same thing happened to me. I'm glad you spoke about this. And I want to continue to speak about things. I feel like a little bit of a whistleblower in this case. Like, I'm standing up for other people. And the only reason I feel like she even wrote to Siobhan in the first place was because Siobhan does have a big following. I know people clocked that too. There were a couple of comments where like, I wonder how many subscribers you have to get an email back. I was like, I have 10,000 subscribers and I never got an email back. So it's not just that. It just happened to be Siobhan got on her radar, and she definitely was, you know, on her best behavior with her, not so much everyone else. Which I can say, thankfully, I have gotten one email back, not over my specific problem, which she basically glossed over in the email she wrote me back. Here's what I sent, and you can pause this and read it yourself. I'll go over all of it in great detail in a separate video when I expose everything. And I did copy and paste what I had written under her apology comment. And this is the email I got back really quickly. Again, you can pause it and read it. It's just very manipulative. And I do give her a pass a little bit. She is German, so I think English is not her first language, I would assume. So some of it might be just, you know, language differences. But the part that really gets me is where she's like, it's really starting to annoy me that everyone believes something that's not true. And we're like, hey, woman, you've been lying to us for, gosh, years you've been acting like this. And if it is true that the post office shut down for 2 weeks or whatever, you didn't tell a soul until people started calling you out on not telling everybody. So you still messed up, even if you weren't lying in this case. But we obviously think you're lying because a post office just flat out closing for weeks just doesn't make sense. And let's say, for argument's sake, she's not lying at all. She still messed up every step of the way by not communicating, not being apologetic, yelling, flat out yelling at her customers, being rude. It's just no wonder nobody believes her. It's like you've played these kind of things over and over again, delaying people's things, acting rude when people are asking you simple questions about why our packages have taken weeks. It's like, no wonder nobody believes you, even if you are telling the truth, which again, I don't believe you. And I flat out said, refund this one lady's money. She's written on my channel, she's written on Siobhan's channel, and she promised her a new planner. Well, guess what? As of like a day ago, when I talked to this lady, she hasn't received anything. She said on here, nope, nada, nothing, zip. I mixed up the way I said that, but it's Alexandra, and I just can't believe this. I have no words to explain the horribleness of a company. Just like, shut your doors, give up. This is really, really bad. And so I'm like, what the F are you talking about? You are giving her a free planner, but again, haven't actually sent this lady anything. So I'm gonna throw some other screenshots up on the screen while I'm talking about this so you can pause and read any of these. And again, I'll put these in a dedicated expose type video where I outline everything, read everything, comment on everything. But just as I talk, I'm going to throw things up for you guys to read if you want. But she ordered 2 planners separately. She ordered her pre-order planner in a complete separate paid shipping 2 times and still has not received her 2024 planner she ordered like 5 months ago at this point. So I'm like, I cannot believe that this was not like overnighted to her the day you saw you haven't shipped her an order. Unbelievable to me. I have no words to explain the horrible, horrible customer service and business owner. Like that kind of behavior, you should just shut your shop down. Like disgusting. And there have been people saying, you know, she had a pregnancy throughout all of this. And that only gets you so much sympathy when you're treating customers like dirt. Like, yeah, there's a way to, you know, still run a business, be a mom. It's just not as hard as you're making it out to be because you're just shooting yourself in the foot with all of your own bad behavior, holding on to packages way, way too long. Like, print a shipping label, drop off the packages. Now, she is in Germany, so I don't know if they do order pickups, but I was able to, when I ran my company, which was like 10 years ago, I was able to get the postal service to come pick up all of my packages. I could schedule it so that packages would be shipped up the next day or the day after. And sometimes there would be delays here and there. And anytime a customer wrote to me asking me where their package was, I would write to them. I would also apologize if I was taking too long, if I had an order build up, but I would respond to my own customers because that makes sense. If you want to keep customers, you actually have to be nice to them so that they want to purchase from you. It's just unbelievable. I have so many more things to say. I'll throw up a couple of screenshots on the screen for you guys as I'm ending this, but let's just wrap up the video before I get way too heated about this. But I did get one back when I'm like, you know what, I am calling you out and I'm going to be making a video about this. And she was immediate writing me back and coming up with things to say about it. And I was like, you know, not a good look all around. So anyway, that's enough ranting and rambling. I will leave copied and pasted stuff down below in the description box so you guys can see some of the stuff that was said back and forth because, yeah, it needs to be exposed. So there you go. Hope you guys like this Vlogmas. It was kind of spilling some tea, but I think it's worth spilling. Sometimes tea is worth spilling. Anyway, have a great day. Like, subscribe, follow me along, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys.